ever since a New York newspaper published an interactive map locating gun owners, its employees are now fearing for their lives. Armed guards are stationed outside the Journal News offices, and there's also extra security outside the home of publisher Janet Hassan. So what does the publisher have to say about all this? Griff Jenkins hit the ground to find out.
Greta, we're here in White Plains, New York at the headquarters of the Journal News. They, of course, published the names and home addresses of the gun permit holders in the area. We came here because we want to speak with the publisher and president, Janet Hassan. We have a lot of questions for her. Does she still stand by her decision, and why? We'll just knock here and see if the door's locked. You can see as well, building's very secure. We've had some security folks following us. I'm just going to see if anyone will knock. Hi, how are you? Are you with the Journal News? Can I ask you what's your name, and what are your thoughts about the controversy over the gun permits?
No comment.
No comments? But do you support the decision your boss, Janet Hassan, made to publish the names of the permit holders now that it's had the reaction that it has?
No comment, guys. I can't get that.
Apparently, they're not talking here. We did not have any luck reaching Miss Hassan at her office, so we've come to her home, which, given the nature of this story, her home address has been made public here in Mamaroneck, New York. I hear some dogs. Let's knock and see if she's home. Hi, sir. Griff Jenkins with Fox News. Mr. Hassan? Mr. Hassan? Can we ask your wife a question or two? It's Mr. Hassan. Let's just try it one more time. Mr. Hassan, just a quick question.
And tonight the hits keep coming. Now there is a brand new, and there is more criticism of the Journal News gun owners map. Rockland County Times editor-in-chief Dylan Skriloff is here with the very latest. Dylan, I understand that there is a problem with the accuracy of the map.
Greta, yes, thanks for having me back. This battle between the First and Second Amendment put on by the Journal News remains interesting. At a press conference Friday, Paul Piparato, county clerk, after denouncing the Journal News, told me that the map that people were looking at was not even particularly accurate. It's written with deceased permit holders, expired permits, and it mystifies me why they would publish that information.
So let me get this straight. So let's say 10 years ago, I lived in the county. I bought a gun, went to and it was registered at the clerk's office. Now I moved to Washington, D.C. So that address where I lived in that county now would be reflected on that map. And there's no way for this county clerk's office even to make sure that even any part of this map is accurate. Is that true?
Well, the Journal News chose to publish that information. Whether they have a means to sanitize that remains to be seen. I'm going to do some data mining and see what we can do.
Well, it would be almost impossible for them. I mean, if the clerk's office says that they have no way to make sure their information is correct, they then release it to the newspaper, and then the newspaper's not going to track down all those. They're not going to go door to door. So it's a good likelihood that this is even a bigger mess. All right, let me ask you the question about inmates are now making remarks to correctional officers who live in the area. Is that correct?
Absolutely. At the press conference Friday that brought together all the party leaders in Rockland County to denounce the Journal News, Sheriff Lou Falco revealed that inmates were getting addresses of corrections officers and joking and taunting them about it. The way they were getting this was by talking to their friends and family over the phone who were looking at the internet.
And of course the inmates know the names of their correctional officers.
Of
right?
course, right. Also, a lot of New York City cops, and one of the most mysterious things about this map, why would they put it out there, that there's not that many permit holders in Rockland and Westchester County. It's not a biggest gun culture, and a very large percent of those people are police officers, correction officers, and people who need a gun for professional reasons. So What's the point of outing them? It doesn't make sense.
All right, and a state representative who doesn't have a gun in the area suddenly has decided he needs a gun permit because of everything that's going down.
That's right. And this was actually not an uncommon reaction. We've had, according to Clerk Pipperato, triple or more volume of permit pistol application requests. People do not want to be on that map as a soft target for a burglary. And also, I think people are feeling defiant, and I don't blame them.
You know, I don't know what the rules are in New York State, but it seems to me that the clerk's office could have said when they made the first request for the of the information, the Freedom of Information Act, is that, you know, we'll get it to you, but first we have to make sure that it's even remotely accurate, and could have probably bought enough time, probably could have bought 30 years while they do go through. I don't know what the rules are, but giving out the wrong information certainly has complicated things and made it a lot worse.
There's people who are very upset because they see their deceased parents' names on there, and that's not something they want to see. Thanks for having me on, Greta. And
Thank you,
we're
Dylan.
following the story at rocklandtimes.com.
Great. Well, we'll get you back. Thank you, Dylan.
Bye.